Hello and welcome to another edition of Beer Dad's Beer Reviews. It is the Beer Awards. Big fanfare. I was going to do this on Christmas Day, but I had a few beers that I wanted to put to review at the Amazon Donor series. To be fair, I wanted to give them a go, so just in case any of them made a slight entry into the list. So what I've done. Over the last 12 months, I've done best part of 400 videos, I think 386 to be exact. Not all beer reviews, some of them are unboxing, but I've gone through all of those from January this year right through to yesterday, when I did the day at Imperial Stout, and I've looked at them, and as I've gone through and I've picked out the ones that I remember drinking, and what has stuck in my mind as being really, really good for me. So we've got a couple. We've got Worst Beer of the Year, we've got Beer of the Year, we've got Brew of the Year, and we've got Beer Set of the Year, which I'll explain when we get to the category. I've got a couple of notes in front of me here, so if you do see me reaching, you know what it's for. I'll say I've got a couple of. I have actually genuinely done my homework on this one. The first time I've done homework since I was about 16 years old. So we're going to start off with Worst Beer of the Year. So I've got this down to 3. So don't have many beers that are absolutely awful. I have a couple that I don't like, but none that are absolutely awful. And the 3 that I've picked out this year that I've had are Vocation's Hot Chocolate. That's the chocolate and chili stout, the one they made for Beer 52 that they put on their website. That was a terrible beer. It was awful. There was no chocolate in it. There was no chili in it, and I think the ABV was something really stupidly ridiculous, like 3.5 or 4.2. Never make brewers should never make a stout, in my opinion, lower than 6%, because it just doesn't seem to work for the ones I've had. Certainly, ones that are lower, into the 4s and below, you forget about it. That was terrible, absolute shocker. Considering it was Vocation, it makes the list. Although, as I say, it was for Beer 52, so it wasn't made on the cheap. Buxton's Original Raspberry Ripple Ice Cream Pale. That was available in Tesco's, and that whole range that they've done. There was a purple one. There was this pink one, which is Raspberry Ripple one, and there was a lemon meringue, I think it was. The Raspberry Ripple one was whack. It was so bad. Didn't taste of anything. It was just piss poor. But the winner, by a country mile, is the Tiny Rebel 10th Birthday Imperial Maple Bourbon Pecan Pie Pastry Stout. That was unashamedly the worst beer I have ever drank on this channel. And that includes, again, Tiny Rebel's Pineapple Express and Tiny Rebel's the Jam Donut one. Because every one of those three Tiny Rebel beers, since the channel started, they've been the 3 worst. They've been absolutely shocking. And this was no mistake. This was no exception. This beer was off. They put it in a can and it was off. It was like vinegar. They had the makings of being something special, and it was awful. Awful stuff. It was undrinkable in my opinion. So there you go. So, rant over. Worst beer of the year, Tiny Rebel's 10th Birthday Imperial Maple Bacon Pecan Pie Imperial Stout. Pecan Pie Pastry Stout. Right, so Beer Set of the Year. We're going to move on to Beer Set of the Year. Now, these are sets of beers, series of beers that I've had that I think are worthy of putting in. Because I enjoyed doing them. So, no particular order. We've got Magic Rock's Cannonball Run 2022. Now, these 3 beers were made up of a West Coast Double IPA, a New England Double IPA, and an Imperial IPA. I had the 3 of them in cans, and I had 2 of them on tap at the Head of Steam in Liverpool when they were out. And they were really, really good. Beautifully made. Nice alcohol level. Just a really good, solid beer. Or solid set of beers. Second one in this category is the Rivington Brewing Company's Evil Dead 2022. Now this was a raspberry and blueberry oat IPA, a double IPA, and a chocolate and coffee imperial stout. And some of these, I think these were collaborations. I think one was, the stout was a collaboration with Track, and I think the other one, the first one, the raspberry and blackberry oat IPA, was a collaboration with Pomona Island, I think. And I think the dipper was Chain House, I think. They were a really good set of beers, really good set of beers. Every one of them was just beautifully well made. And the chocolate and coffee imperial stout, I can still pick it up in Barton's for next to no money, and it's a quality beer. Last one in this category is the Amundsen Donut series. Black Forest Gatto, red velvet cake, and there was, I think it was a dark chocolate and pecan and honey glaze and maple syrup glazed beer. Great beers, great beers. I'm missing the fourth one, so I need to find that beer. Anyway, winner of that category, nice and quick, is Rivington. The Rivington, the Evil Dead series 2022. I got it within 5 minutes of it coming out. I had it reviewed and up on the channel pretty much within an hour of me getting home from picking it up. Every one of the beers was brilliant. It was a beautiful set of beers, and the glass that you got with it was fantastic. Fantastic. Right, let's flip over to the illustrious beer of the year award. I'm still working my way through the Delirium Blonde. Right, so I managed to get this down. I'll try and speed this up a little bit. I managed to get this down to 10 from 380 odd reviews. I am no particular order. I have got, and I'll just take my notes so I can read. Overtones Night at the Disco Triple IPA. Great beer, really good solid triple IPA. Northern Monks Death, the Imperial Stout, the 2022 version, and the Northern Monks Glory Triple IPA. I'm putting those two together. I should really put those in the sets, but they're in the list. Thornbridge's Necessary Evil, the Triple Sec Barrel Aged Edition. I got that beer from the Liverpool Craft Beer Festival. I was given it by Thornbridge. The guy said he recognised me from the channel and he gave me the bottle of beer to review. That was outstanding. Cloudwater's Crystallography, the West Coast Double IPA. It was the first time I had a West Coast Double in a long time, and it was absolutely sensational. It was borderline flawless. Northern Monks Patrons Project 13.07, the Final Verdict, the Double Dry Hopped IPA. This beer was so good, it's made Northern Monks' list of what they've made, their top 10 of what they've made this year, and Northern Monks must have made best part of 250 beers, easy, and it's in that top 10. Northern Monks Stranach Imperial Stout, the one that you can pick up in Morrison's, or you should be able to pick up in Morrison's. I thought that was beautiful. Wonder Beyond's Loneliness, the Imperial Porter. I want the Lady Red on the front. Cracker of a beer. Again, borderline flawless. Very good. Vocations Making St. Sixpence, their Christmas pudding one, that they used the cherry kirsch, barrel aged cherry kirsch as the base beer. That was like 12.5%. That was really good. A late entry as well. That didn't come out until the start of this month. Again with the Wonder Beyond's Great Armoured one, the Bordeaux Barrel Aged Imperial Raspberry Sour. This is right up there for me, right up there. And the 10th beer is Deya's Why Not Imperial Stout that I had last night. Making a late entry. Again, flawless for me. It's a beautiful beer. So top 3 is Deya's Why Not Imperial Stout, followed by Wonder Beyond's Great Armoured one, the Bordeaux Barrel Aged Imperial Raspberry Sour. It is just excellent. It really is excellent. And the top beer for me, for beer of the year, is Northern Monks Stranach. It's a Russian Imperial Stout. It's got a nice amount of ABV in it, and it is just a superb, traditional Imperial Stout. No whistles, no bells, no adjuncts, no chocolate, no nuts, no cinnamon, no nothing. No mint, no nothing. It is just a plain Imperial Stout, and it is brilliant. It really is brilliant. When I was thinking about doing these back in November, start of December, the first beer I popped in my head was Stranach. Just superb. So there you go. So that's my beer of the year. My brewer of the year, for me this year there's only one brewer of the year. The one that I've had that's consistently given me quality, consistently given me good gear from January right through to December, and that's Northern Monk. I've been a Patrons Project subscription. I've had it for 12 months. I'm getting sort of 8 beers a month, and I can probably count on my 2 hands the amount of bad beers, and there's no rotters. There's been beers that I've not liked, but I can probably count on these 2 hands the amount of beers that I don't like, and the best have all been good, excellent, outstanding quality. And there's a few of them from that subscription box that didn't quite make the beer of the year. Some of their later Christmas stouts for the start. But yet Northern Monk for me have been exceptional this year. It really has. Normally I go with Vocation, but no, Northern Monk. So there you go. So brewer of the year, Northern Monk, and beer of the year, Northern Monk Stranach. Not much more I can say about it, really. Obviously Northern Monk aren't here to accept that award, so I'll accept that award for them on their behalf. So they want to thank everybody who's taken part. They want to thank everybody who's bought their beers, everybody who's been to their tap room, everybody who's supported that brewery throughout the 12 months. They want to thank their mums and dads, and here's to another great 2023 from Northern Monk. Anyway, that's that done and dusted. It took me ages to compile this list, and I dare say you probably don't agree with me. I say this is just my humble opinions. So there you go. So tell me what your beer of the year is. Tell me what your brewer of the year is. Tell me what you think. And tell me if you agree with anything that I've had, anything I've said here. And I will see you on the next one. Got one more to do for New Year, and it's the black version of this. Until then, stay alert, stay safe, drink good beer, hail ale.